I'm from Idaho. I flew from Boise to Denver by myself, and then Denver to Florida by myself, like no missionaries. And then I arrived in Florida, and we had like a 4-hour layover. And I remember like looking for missionaries my whole time. And there was a girl on the payphone. I was like, she looks like a missionary. So I met her, and there was other people from my district. And so we all sat next to each other on the plane. And then we got there, and it was like 11 at night, dark, and when we were told that someone would be there to pick us up, and like no one was there, we're like, what the heck? And then we see like this guy not dressed up or anything, he just has a sign like Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we're like, is that the guy? Like we're like, I don't know. And then like we get in this van, and all these people are trying to like carry our luggage, and we heard about like you could tip, you know, when people try to help with your carrying your luggage. And one of the elders was like, he had like $1 and then $20 and gave the $20 to one of the guys, and we're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. And then he like ran off with the money, and we're like, okay, like, where are we? The guy that picked us up didn't really speak English, and it was fun. So like, all right. So we headed to the MTC. Since it was really late, they had all this food for us, and I wasn't hungry. I was ready for bed, and it was, but then we couldn't sleep. We were up till like 4 in the morning. I had to get up at 6, and it was a long day the next day. They take your picture too, so you're like, it was great. In the DR, there's 3 missions. There's Santo Domingo West, which is where I served, Santo Domingo East, and Santiago. The temple was in my mission. I did serve the capital a few times. That's where the temple is, but it was never actually in my area. But my mission goes like all the way to the border of Haiti. The sisters don't go out that far. The farthest we go is an area called San Juan, and I actually served there. But there's a lot of Haitians in the Dominican Republic because of close to Haiti. Well, I do know that the church has only been there since like 1970, and so I mean it's fairly new. And so if you meet like members that have been members for a while, they're either like first or second generation. Like it's not that far back. And so it's actually really cool that the church is kind of a new thing there. Like it's established, but it's still like new, which I thought was really cool. So the temple has been there since 2000, and it's the only temple actually in the Caribbean until they build the one in Haiti that they just announced. So a lot of people from the Caribbean just go to the DR. So it's cool that was in my mission. There wasn't like a pattern of like, oh, you always were with a Latin or with American. I had about half and half. I had 7 companions. I think 4 of them were American and 3 were Latins. I had a Dominican companion. She was the one I had for the longest time. I was with her for 3 transfers. So that was about like 5 months. And then I had a companion from El Salvador. And then a companion from Peru. So, yeah, some people have Latins like the whole time, but my MTC companion didn't have a Latin. So it just kind of depends. I'm glad I did. It made my Spanish go a lot faster. So, because I had to speak Spanish, and especially with Dominicans, like it's a different Spanish. So I learned Dominican Spanish when I was with my Dominican companion.